sun's in my eyeballs. I have a Harry Potter t-shirt on. Hi guys! I am doing the Bookish Academy Award tag today. I saw some people doing this. I don't remember who, actually. But it was created by a person whom I will link down below because I forgot her username. Anyways, we're gonna get right into it. The first category is Best Actor or Best Male Protagonist, and I doubt this comes as any surprise to anyone that I picked Harry Potter from Harry Potter. Does this really need any explanation? The next category is Best Actress or Best Female Protagonist, and I picked Sydney from the Bloodline series. I absolutely love Sydney. I love everything about her and her personality and her snark, and she is my best actress. So the next one is Best Plot Twist, and I picked The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. With the end, with the berries, I knew it was coming, but I didn't know it was coming, and I just love this book so much. For Best Costume Design or Best Book Cover, I picked The Wonderful Wizard of Oz by L. Frank Baum. Look at this, isn't it so pretty? In the back it says there's no place like home. It's leather bound and plastic still because I'm afraid to take it off. It's so pretty. The next category is split into two. It's Best Sidekick or Supporting Actor and Actress. For the male, I picked Eddie from the Vampire Academy series and then also in the Bloodline series. He really isn't that main of a major character, but he's still important to the series, both of them, and I really am a huge fan of Eddie. He is like my fictional boyfriend, and I ship him and Jill so hard in Bloodlines. So hard. For female sidekick, I had a really hard time thinking of one of these. But I did pick the White Queen from the Alice books, which is Alice's Adventures in Wonderland and Through the Looking Glass. She obviously helps Alice defeat the Red Queen. Any friend of Alice is a friend of mine. Next category is Most Unique World. I picked The Host by Stephanie Meyer. The aliens, parasite things in this world and how in the world that they have turned the Earth into, and then all of the other planets they could go to were so thoroughly descriptive and just so interesting to me. Like the world of the plants, where all they are just seaweeds, and they have all these eyes and they just talk to each other through their minds, and it's just the coolest thing. And I think Stephanie Meyer did a really good job of describing all the different places that Wanda has been. Book to movie adaptation, I picked The Time Traveler's Wife. I am lazy and didn't feel like going downstairs to get the book, but when I watched the movie, I literally finished the book the day before, so I had it fresh in my memory, and from what I can remember of the movie is there was only one major thing that was different, and it wasn't even that big of a deal. Like, it didn't impede the story. It was at the end of the book, so it didn't really matter. It was pretty spot on from what I remember, and also Rachel McAdams is perfect in every single way. Best Animated Feature, which book do you think would make a great animated movie? And I picked, as a lot of people did, Cinder by Marissa Meyer. Actually, the whole Lunar Chronicles series would make fantastic Disney Pixar book. It would make fantastic Disney Pixar movies, I think. Like Toy Story kind of deal. Oh, it would be so good. So Best Director or Writer You've Discovered for the First Time, Khaled Hosseini. This is the only book I've read by him, A Thousand Splendid Suns, and I loved it. I adored this book. I did a whole review on it, and I'll link it down below. It was just everything and more than I expected, and I just absolutely loved his writing, and I cannot wait to get my hands on his other two books. And I mean, I've heard of him before I heard of The Kite Runner, but I never really read it, and I was really excited about this. Best Visual Effects of the next category, or Book with the Most Action, I picked Insurgent by Veronica Roth. I just finished this book this month, and it was just non-stop action. the entire time, and it was just phenomenal. I was on the edge of my seat the whole time I was reading it, like, go, go, go. So it definitely gets Best Action. Best Music, or Best Music in a Book-to-Movie Adaptation, I picked the Twilight series by Stephenie Meyer, which is actually a little bit of a surprise because I don't usually talk about Twilight because I don't particularly like Twilight that much anymore, but I do have the soundtracks to all 5 movies, and I listen to them quite frequently. They're really good. I discovered Muse through the first book, or the first movie, and I love that band. It's one of my top 10 favorite bands ever, and I have people who brought Twilight to life to thank for that, so this whole series is going to get Best Music. Best Short Film or Novella, I picked The Prince by Kiera Cass, mostly because it's one of the only novellas I've ever read, but also I enjoyed getting some from Prince Max, I think his name was, point of view. Best Picture is what they're putting for Best Standalone, and I haven't read a lot of standalones recently that I can remember because everything's in a trilogy or series nowadays, but I am going to pick The Fault in Our Stars by John Green because Best Picture is supposed to make you cry. Yes. I really don't have much to say about this. Last but not least is Best Documentary or Best Historical or Non-Fiction Work. And I'm going to pick The Diary of a Young Girl, which is the Diary of Anne Frank. This is both historical and non-fiction. It is just, excerpts from her diary, or just her diary in general, actually. This is a wonderful, wonderful telling of a young girl who has to go into hiding when the Nazis invade Holland. She's stuck inside for years, and then, everyone knows the story of Anne Frank and how tragically it ends, but the way she writes and the optimistic hope that she always holds in her heart is just phenomenal, and if you haven't read this book, I really think you should. Okay, on that sad note, that was my winners for the Bookish Academy Awards. I wasn't tagged in this, and I'm not going to tag anybody. If you want to do it, and then comment and tell me that you're going to so I can subscribe and watch. I'll see you guys in my next video.